Hey guys, happy Friday afternoon. We are going to get this show started in 1 second, but until then, here's our countdown. Welcome to the show, guys. We are going to have an amazing Friday afternoon show. We're going to talk about some really interesting stuff. We're going to talk about, it's all right to not to have the answers because they're going to come to you at the exact right time. Take your seats. We have 5 seconds. Hey guys, welcome to the Friday afternoon show. We are going to be coming out. We're going to go in hard in the paint. We're going to be talking about something that is really important. And I think it's very powerful in today's day and age when a lot of people are just kind of just wackadoodle, to say the best. I mean, we're all a little bit out of our brains. I mean, I got a cat that's sitting in my lap right now who, this guy is crazy. You guys have all met him. You've all seen his rear end, Mr. Bandito Cat. But the thing I want to talk about today, and the thing I want to go over really quickly, because I know all of us are going to be doing something fun tonight. It's a Friday evening. Not bars, but restaurants are back open a little bit, and we can kind of go out and be out and be in the town. But this is what really kind of gets me going. Let's see if I can share my screen really quickly with you guys. Share my screen. Bing, bang, boom. Okay, we're off and running. So here it is. We're going to be covering this one right here. It's okay not to have all the answers. The answers will come to you at the right time. Now, why is this so important? Why is this powerful? Why is this something that I want to come talk to you guys about tonight? Because when you're a young agent, if you're an agent in a new area or anything else like that, or if you're talking to someone you've never met before, or stepping into investing or whatever it's going to be, you're not always going to have the answers, and that's just going to be something that's going to be a fact of life, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. The old Chinese saying that goes to the fact of, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and that goes for everything in life. So I want you guys to think about this. I want you to go out there and I want you to be persistent and consistent about content, knowledge, time on task. My coach in my upline, he always refers to what he calls digging your well. So go out there and dig your well. What does that mean? That means go out there and put the hard work in, do the things, go to the conferences or digitally or in person, whatever time of year, you're listening to this, listen to the podcast, Real Estate Uncensored, and anything else, and just get knowledge. When I first got in the business, I'll never forget this. I laughed my rear end off because of the fact that I was sitting there. I was so green behind the ears, and I would go, and I was in our private office, and I heard my father and my business partner talk about an escrow, and I'm like, "What is an escrow? This is a new word. This is incredible." And then the word contingencies came up. I'm like, "What in the shit is a contingency?" And now, granted, I passed my license, but I still couldn't figure it out. But what I did, guys, and this is my point, what I did is I sat there, I listened, I was a sponge. I sat there and soaked up whatever came my way. My father, I told this story to another individual today, when I first got into the business, and I was 21, 22 years old, and we went to our first conference I've ever been to in my life. And my father told me a lot of stuff. He told me this most important one. He said this: "Greg, I want you to get up early. I want you to be there at the doors 30 minutes before they open." And I'm sitting there going like, why 30 minutes early? And he said, "This is the reason why, because winners sit in front." And I said, okay, that's a little cliche, but cool, whatever. And so I went there and I sat up front, and I saved all the seats for everybody. And we sat up there, and this guy named Howard Britton, he used to run a company called Star Power, which is no longer in existence, unfortunately. But I would sit up there, and my dad turned to me one of the conferences, and he says, "Greg, I want you to take a look at something." I said, "Okay, Dad, what do you want me to take a look at?" He said, "Look around you." So I did. He's like, "Do you see anything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I see lots of people." He's like, No, I want you to look at something. Look who's taking notes." And I'm like, okay, yeah, a lot of people up front are taking notes. He's like, "Look in the back." I looked in the back. Everyone's just sitting there dicking around. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? He's like, "This is what happens. You have the people who are there early, the people who are sitting in front, those are the people who are going to be top producers. Those are the people who are striving for the answers. And I said, oh, okay. And that goes back to this question, of what we're talking about today. It's all right not to know the answers. I didn't know what an escrow was. I didn't know what a contingency was. I didn't know fuck all about real estate. Let's be real honest about this thing. I mean, I worked in a warehouse before I got into real estate, and I'm not ashamed of that. It's just something that happened. And you know what? But the thing is that they will come to you when you're ready and when you least expect it. But you can't just sit there and just hope and dream and ask everything to be perfect and wonderful in life. Nah, you can't do that. You've got to be persistent and consistent in regards to how you get the knowledge. If you don't have an answer for a question, go out and find the answer. If you don't have somewhere where you can find it, go ask someone. If you can't find someone to ask someone, reach out to someone else. Always push the boundaries. But always know that it's okay not to have the answer right now. Again, when it goes back to me being a new agent in the business, when someone asks me a question, I say, you know what? It's a really good question. Let me get back to you and give you the best answer. I'm going to go talk to blah, 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 yakety schmack, whoever it's going to be about this. I'll get back to you ASAP. You like text or phone calls or emails? I mean, how would you like me to get in contact with you? And with that vulnerability and openness, right? People would come in droves to me because to the fact that I didn't kind of just talk out of my ass and say things that weren't right, because if you do that, you completely erode your professionalism. It's okay to be vulnerable. Now, if you're going to be doing a surgery or a heart surgery, and the doctor, the patient asks you a question, you're like, I don't know, man, fuck it, we're just going to kind of go in there and cut shit up and see what the fuck happens. Not the right context. Okay. That's not the right place to do it. But in real estate, we have the ability to be vulnerable and say, you know what? That's a phenomenal question. This is not something that is going to be, this is not something that I have the answer for right now, or I can find the answer for you. Let me go to work for you. Or something my father always says to me, they always says to a lot of the clients that we work with, this cat is literally laying like he's dead asleep in my lap. It's okay to say, you know what? Excellent question. Let me go find the answer for you. And people will say this. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Because real estate is a fluid event. And one thing I learned about real estate contracts here, at least here in California, there is no definites in the contract. Now, you might think there are definites. There are not definites in the contract. Okay, I've learned this. It is a horrible thing, but it's the way it is. So you know what? Be okay with that. Say, you know what? I don't know. It's a damn good question. And if you really want to make them feel good, say, you know what? That's a phenomenal question. No one's ever asked me that before, and that is an intelligent question. All of a sudden, they're like, ooh, thank you. And then they go home and they tell their spouse, their significant other, you know what? I asked him a question and I stumped him. He didn't know. Now, some people will say, well, that makes you look stupid. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because you know what? If you give them an answer that wasn't right, that makes you look fucking stupid, not the other way around. Big distinctive difference. So that's my thing, guys. Everybody thinks they need to be everybody at all times. That's not the way it goes. Bye, Bandito. And when you allow yourself to just say, hey, you know what, man, I'm cool. I don't know it. Fuck it. I'll find something out and we'll go there. And so in closing, I'm making this a very short video tonight, guys, because we all got important things to do. This is water, but I mean, if you're gonna say I gotta get my drink on, which for some weird reason I do not have one near me on a Friday evening. That is fucking weird. Okay, that's why I have to stop this video. I gotta get my drink on. Just kidding. Anyways, guys, go out there and do this. Look, this is hashtag, 2020 strong. Hashtag challenge to lead. Hashtag, staying handsome. I want you guys to go out there and be the best version of you that you can possibly be today, and be available and with the mindset of being vulnerable. It's okay. Be transparent. If you don't know something, say, you know what? It's a phenomenal question. I've never been asked that, but I'll get the answer for you immediately. There it is, guys. that's my afternoons with McDaniel. The different version, I usually do mornings with McDaniel, but this is what I got today, guys. Too busy of a day. EXP is exploding for us. We are having an absolute blast bringing people on. I've had a couple of conversations today with amazing humans that are going to sign up for Clever Leads with a K and just crush their lead gen. They're also going to be jumping into my EXP world where they're going to be getting unfettered access to me and to the people that I know, and we're going to help them build a customized opportunity for their way they can build a business that's not going to take a lot of their money and going to build a huge amount of wealth. So, guys, if you like this, please give me a like, give me a share, get the word out there about that. If you want to get a hold of me and talk about EXP and kind of what it's doing for me, my number is scrolling on the bottom. It's 925, it's 915. 1978. If you want to email me, it's extraordinarily easy. It is greg@gregmcdaniel.com, and you'll get this dude. So go ahead, reach out. Let's talk, guys. If you don't want to talk, that's cool too. Let's keep going, rocking and rolling together. If I can do anything to bring value to you, your friends, your family, or anybody else, please let me know. I value every one of you guys. You're incredible human beings. And until next time, boom, peace. I'm out.